Rebecca is free. Not free but mediocre, not free but usable, actually free and surprisingly strong. In fact, after spending hours of testing her, I think a lot of people are underestimating just how valuable she is. Because even if you don't pull for Lucy, Rebecca still has a place on your account. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to build her, play her, team her, and whether she's worth investing in or not. Before we talk numbers, just look at her gameplay. Rebecca drops in, activates her ultimate, pulls out a massive machine gun, and the gun is literally a stand user. It activates Zawaldo. If you don't know JoJo, I guess it stops time. And then she starts unloading bullets into everything on the screen. Yeah, this might be one of the coolest ultimates Kuro has ever made, but flashy animations don't automatically make a character good. So let's talk about what Rebecca actually does. Rebecca is designed as a sub DPS. Her main job is dealing damage while also buffing whoever comes in after her. She gives 15% damage amplification and up to 35% heavy attack damage amplification. And here's the important part. Any character can use those buffs. Lucy just gets the maximum value immediately. So while Lucy is obviously Rebecca's best partner, Rebecca isn't necessarily locked to a Cyberpunk team. If you skip Lucy completely, Rebecca is still useful. That's what makes her so valuable. She's free, she's strong, and she's flexible. Now, how to play Rebecca? The good news is Rebecca is extremely easy to play. The short version is intro, ultimate, shoot everything, build forte, enhance heavy, outro. That's basically the entire rotation. No complicated setup, no galaxy brain combos, just pure chaos. The first thing you want to do is use her ultimate, and trust me, you want to use this thing immediately. Once activated, Rebecca enters a machine gun mode. Time will freeze and she ultimately fires at the enemies. If you spam that attack button, you can speed everything up and get through the animation faster. There'll be 3 phases that the damage ramps up, and at the end of it, she leaves a giant explosion. Now Rebecca has 2 combat styles. There's a pistol mode, which is longer range, safer gameplay, and extra crit damage. Then we have a shotgun mode, which is closer range, more aggressive, and defense ignore. The funny thing is, neither mode is significantly stronger than the other. Kuro actually balanced them pretty well. So really pick your poison on any of these modes. Now there's one thing on Rebecca's UI that you should pay attention to, the hot hand meter. When it becomes multicolored, Rebecca gets both mode buffs at the same time. That means crit damage and also defense ignore. Together, this is where a lot of her damage comes from. So keeping an eye on that meter is way more important than worrying about perfect combos. Let's start with the obvious winner, her signature weapon of course. Massive crit damage, attack buffs, and team buffs. Everything that Rebecca wants. If you're investing heavily into her, this is the best option. But here's the good news, you absolutely do not need it. And that's one of my favorite things about Rebecca. The standard pistols perform surprisingly well, meaning your free Rebecca doesn't immediately demand another weapon banner investment. So for most players, the signature weapon equals the best, of course. The standard 5-star weapons are also very excellent. If you happen to have the Battle Pass weapon as well, you can fall back on that. But even the 4-star weapon isn't the end of the world. The Cyberpunk Echo setup is incredibly easy. What you'd usually go for is the Atom Smasher 4 cost and go with these 2 pieces, either a 2-piece attack or a 2-piece electro damage. Moving on, the substats you mainly want to be just focusing a lot on is just crit rate, electro damage, and attack. As for the other stats, energy regen is going to be first, then crit rate, crit damage, and attack. I'll say you want about 130% energy regen before chasing bigger damage numbers. Let's start with the obvious ones, of course, Rebecca and Lucy. That's going to be the dream team, and you want to pair them with any generic healer, honestly, like Verena or Shorekeeper. But Blaze, I'm poor, I'm just a brokey. Yeah, I'm also in the same boat, buddy. If you're skipping Lucy, it's honestly fine. Rebecca still works. Rebecca can be paired very well with characters that love heavy attacking. Examples include Augusta or Zanny. She won't always be absolute best option, but she's strong enough to slot into most accounts. Can Rebecca be a main DPS? Surprisingly, yes. But should you? That's a different question. When built as a main DPS, Rebecca gains around 60 to 70% more personal damage. The problem is that she's still fundamentally designed as a sub DPS. So while it's absolutely viable, you're generally getting more value from her support playstyle. Still, if you love Rebecca and want to keep her on field, you can definitely make it work. Let's move on to the sequence priorities. If you are spending, S2 is the stopping point. That's where the team buffs become generally impressive. After that, you're basically committing to an S6. S6 will completely transform her into a damage monster. So the simple recommendation, free copy equals great, S2's best value, S6 well territory. After testing Rebecca extensively, I think Kuro absolutely nailed this character. She's free, easy to play, works with the Lucy works without Lucy, doesn't require her signature weapon, and most importantly, she's fun. The machine gun ultimate alone might be one of the most satisfying abilities we've gotten in Wuthering Waves. If you're planning on playing the Cyberpunk collaboration, Rebecca is an easy character to recommend. Even if you weren't interested before, a free machine gun wielding gremlin causing absolute chaos across the battlefield is pretty hard to say no to. Are you building Rebecca, or are you gonna save everything for Lucy? Anyway guys, if you guys did enjoy, you know what to do. Drop a like, subscribe to my channel, that really helps me out a lot, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Let's crank out and move out.